Hi, Neela. Sorry, I'm just looking for the Wii remote. I know I brought one in here. Where did I put it? God, I'm so unprepared. Bad enough I had to unhook the system and then bring it all the way in freaking here. Okay. Oops. Where did I put it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Here we go. Okay, now I just gotta open up the chat. Gene Bean streams. Hi, Neela. I already said that, but hi. Look at me, I'm dancing. Woo. I think I'm gonna move this back a little and then tilt it. Does that make it look better? No, it does not. I'm gonna go back in. Again, a little bit. Okay, here we go. Alright, got 3 people in here so far. And I know one of them is you, Neela. Okay, so I'm just gonna... Sorry that this is a little bit late. I had to unhook my Wii U from out in the living room and then rehook it up in my room. I was trying to turn on the TV out there, but for some reason it's not working. Like, it's turning on, but nothing's showing up. Okay, now I'm going to put this up here. Okay. Feels weird playing on a different console in my room. After a while, anyway. And then, I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. You know, if it will let me. Can you hear it okay? Does it look okay? Looks okay on my end. I'm just gonna tilt it back up. And then, yeah, I think that looks good. Now I'm just gonna...
Super Mario Brothers.
All right, let's get this started. I like this. Woo! Okay. It's been a while since I've played on my Wii, and it's been a while since I've played this game, so I might need to get used to the controls again. Alright, I'm going to erase this file. Who are the other 2 in the chat? I mean, in the stream and chat. Show yourselves. Today is Princess Peach's birthday. Woo! This is one of my favorite games of all time. Not just for the Wii, but just in general. When did I play the Wii? I don't even remember the last time I played on my Wii U. I've just been so caught up in playing my GameCube, I forgot about it a little. I love how there are 2 of the Toads coming along on this journey. Like, the Toads actually do something in this game other than run and cower. And I guess even the Toads at the castle do something helpful by sending these out into the world for us. But all I'm saying is it's cool that in this game Toad is doing something other than cowering and running away. Alright. So, gonna start the first world. But first, I'm gonna go run upstairs and grab my Doritos. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And real quick, I'm just gonna post something on Amino about this thing. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna make a post on Amino. Live streaming. I'm currently live streaming on my YouTube channel, and I am playing New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Channel name Gene Bean Streams. This will be deleted when the stream is over. Okay. Let's go. Okay. So at first, this game is pretty simple. You just use the plus control pad to move around. You use the 2 button to jump, and you can jump on enemies to kill them. And if you hold down the 1 button while you're moving, you can run. And of course, you jump up to blocks and hit them with your head to get things inside of them, like coins and mushrooms. Yeah, but it feels good to be playing this game again, because I haven't played this game in ages. I actually, when this game first came out, I would go over to my cousin's house to play it a lot. Because when we were kids, she had a Wii, and I really didn't until much later, so crap. So a lot of the times I would go over to her house to play video games, because she had all the cool new video games and all that. So yeah, that's a thing about my childhood. Not that anyone really cares about my childhood, because it's not right now. But yeah, we would play this game a lot. I would oops. My aunt would always be Mario, so she would always be first player, and then Mikkel would always be third player. Mickey would always be third player, I think. And then I would always be second player, I think. It was either that, or it was the other way around. Okay. And I would always be the yellow Toad, and Mickey would always be the blue Toad. And there's a feature in this game. I'm not going to show it to you right now, because that will result in a game over, and then I'll lose one of my lives, and I don't want to do that, because I'm a life hoarder. Plus, I don't really want to just die for no reason. But if you press the A button on the Wii remote, you will put yourself in a bubble. Now, usually you should only do this if like there are multiple players and one of you is about to die or like fall off of a cliff or something. That way you can save yourself and your life. And then when you shake the Wii remote while in your bubble, you can go over to the other characters who are unbubbled and they'll pop you, so you'll be safe and you didn't die. But if all of you get bubbled all at once, then it's just an immediate game over because there's nothing around to pop the bubble. I mean, nobody around to pop the bubble. Oops. Oh, did I already go in here? Yeah, I did. Whoopsie. And Mickey would always bubble herself. Like, not even when she was in danger. She would just always randomly bubble herself for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And she would, a lot of the time, she would do it just to be funny. And it was funny, but at the same time, it was also sometimes a bit frustrating because we wanted her to actually play with us. And also, she would bubble herself at the most inconvenient of times, especially when we could have really used her. It's funny now, and it was still funny then, but at the same times, we would like get frustrated and laugh at the same time. But yeah. And I also remember we would always fight over items. We would never fight about mushrooms, unless they were 1-ups, of course. But we would usually fight over, who gets the fire flower, who gets the ice flower, who gets the propeller hat, who gets this, who gets that, whatever. Because we all wanted the cool items that would make it easier for us to play the game and get out of things in a pinch. I think after I'm done playing this game, the next game I'll play is Super Mario Galaxy. Because I loved playing that game. And maybe one of these times I can actually get Mickey to come down here, because we loved playing Super Mario Galaxy when we were kids. We loved playing the original and we loved playing the second one. But we played the second one first when we were kids. It's kind of funny. I think that Super Mario Galaxy 2 gets a lot of crap, and I don't think it's a very well-liked game. I don't think. Maybe I'm confusing it with the other one, but I don't know. I liked it. I liked both of them. Sure, there were things that I liked better about each individual one. Like, I like how in the second one you literally get to ride on a ship that has your face on it. Like, that's cool. Ah, crap. The piranha plants. I don't like piranha plants. Oh. You know, the piranha plants kind of remind me of, you're probably not going to know what I'm talking about, but it's like this old horror comedy musical. I don't know if you'd really I don't know if I'd really consider it a horror movie, but I guess it is. It's more of a thriller. I think it's personally I feel like it would be more of a thriller than a full-on horror movie, but it is pretty scary looking from what I've seen. I mean, I'm not scared of it, but from what I have seen, I understand why it would scare people, because Little Shop of Horrors, it's about this man named Seymour, played by Rick Moranis. You probably don't know who that is either, but he was Dark Helmet from the movie Spaceballs, and he was also the dad character from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I don't know if you know any of these movies. He was also Louis Tully from the Ghostbusters movies. yeah, like I said, I don't know if you know any of these movies. Maybe if you ask your parents, chances are they're going to know what you're talking about. Chances are they're going to say, "Oh, yep, I watched those when I was a kid," or "I watched those with whoever when I was a kid." The point is, it's about this man named Seymour. He's in love with this girl named Audrey, but he can never have the courage to confess this. And besides, she's dating someone. But that's not really the main plot. The main plot has to do with him buying this really strange looking piranha plant kind of looking thing out of a Chinese shop or whatever. And the plant, who he names Audrey 2, it turns out to be an alien monster plant that feeds on human blood. So yeah, I know that took me way longer than it needed to be explained, but basically, yeah, it's a musical thriller about a plant that feeds off human blood. So yeah, that's a pretty scary concept, if you ask me. I mean, it's a cool concept, sure, but it's also pretty scary. It's also a musical, but yeah, if you look up pictures of Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, chances are you're pretty much going to see a good resemblance between the piranha plants and that. Oh, thank you. Careful, you almost spilt my Doritos. Thank you. Yeah, you can.
Hello. And Rapunzel says hi too. Hi.
You sure you don't want to stay down here?
No, I want to play my new toys.
Okay.
Have you seen the melatonin?
Last time I saw it, Mikkel had it. She probably put it back in the medicine cabinet on the mid-level in the bathroom.
Okay.
Alright. Now comes one of my favorite parts of this game. Welcome to power-up panels. It's kind of like a memory game, except you have to... Yeah, it's basically a memory game, except you don't get to... Sorry. You don't get to reflip panels. You just gotta take a wild guess. So you crawl on the walls using the plus control pad, and then when you're over a panel, you press the 1 button to punch it. And the goal is to match as many pairs as you can, and you want to try to avoid these, because if you match a Bowser and a Bowser Jr. icon, then it's game over. You still keep whatever items you collected and already matched up and all that. Like, see, I got that. So even if I do get a Bowser or Bowser Jr. one, I'll still keep the items I already got. But the goal is to match as many as you can without finding 2 of those. Yeah. So far, I have 2 ice flowers, which is cool. Oh, now I got 2 propeller hats and 2 fire flowers. How much you want to bet that this is a Bowser one? Or maybe this one. Yeah. Oh, I was right. It was a Bowser one. Okay. I really hope that more people start coming in. I'm getting kind of lonely here. Like, I know it's a little bit late, but wow. Alright. I think this is the first level where we find Yoshi. I think it is. I might have that confused with another level. Oh, cool. Oh, Hammer Brother. Hammer Brother. I do not like Hammer Brothers. I don't... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I don't like any of the Mario enemies that are turtles that throw things. I don't like the Hammer Brothers. I don't like the Boomerang Brothers. Yep. Oh, there he is. It's a Yabi. Woo! My cousin and I both call Yoshis, we call them Yabbies as a joke. It was her idea. I've always liked Yoshi. I actually have a Yoshi shirt that my dad's current ex-girlfriend got me when I was staying in Seattle with him. I think it was in middle school. Because that was the time period of my life when my dad started taking me places for like summers. Okay. I'm going to try my best to keep Yoshi throughout this entire stage. Because Yoshi is very useful. He's a very useful character. Oh, and look. It looks like there's more Yoshis that can be found throughout this stage. I don't need that mushroom, but I just get it for extra points. Wonder if Yoshi can eat a hammer brother. I'm not going to test it. I don't feel like it. Okay, now I'm going to get another apple. Oh, cool, I got a fire flower. Even though I've got plenty of fire flowers in my storage. Yeah, that's just what I'll call it. I think Yoshi can actually jump on piranha plants and kill them, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to test it. I'm just going to eat them and get points. Oh, and here we would have had a blue Yabby. Oh, that's cool. I forgot Yoshi can do that. Wow, Yoshi's got a strong step in his boots. Come to think of it, why are there boots on a dinosaur? Like, he just hatched from an egg. Why is he already wearing things like boots? Okay, I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat this, and I'm gonna eat this. Oh, now I got an ice flower. How cool. And Yoshi can do a flutter. Oh, looks like I missed a star coin in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to try to get as many star coins as I possibly can. Oh, no, Yoshi, come back. No! Well, first death of the stream. Okay. I probably should have used an item before I went back in. Okay, hopefully I can get a Yabby. Nope, just a mushroom. Okay. Oh, there's my Yabby. Ugh. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I've only listened to a couple songs from Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, come back, Yabby. Oh, come on. Can't get me from here, Hammer Brothers. Oh, this is cool. Let's see if I can get one. Nope. Got one. Okay, let's see if I can get the other one. Oh. Oh. That sucks. I could have used that Yabby. Oh well. Oh, I don't. I ordered my minions to stuff every annoying toad into a question block. Ha! If you want to save them, come alone. You won't get any help from your friends, Bowser Jr. I'm worried about them. If you find a toad, carry him to the goal. Uh-oh. Okay. I could go back and save that toad, but I think I'm going to do this castle first. Sorry, toad. I don't remember this enemy's name. I know it's not Iggy. Iggy is a different one. Okay. So this is the first castle. And how this game works, it's like this. So, in every world, there's going to be two castles, a small castle and a big castle. This is the first small castle. First, the Koopa enemy will be in a small castle, and then after you defeat them, they'll go to a big castle that's at the end of each world. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. And you have to beat them a second time, except there's going to be a twist. I'm not going to tell you what that twist is yet, because I want it to be a surprise. But if you guys have seen this game and you know how the game goes, then it's probably not going to be a surprise. Larry. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I don't remember which one is Iggy. I don't remember what Iggy looks like. But thank you, Neela, for telling me which Koopa family member that is. Crap. I mean, I know that's not going to mean anything because it's just going to come right back to life. Yeah, see, the head just comes right back to it. Got a wall jump. Oh, crap. Oh, good. Well, good thing I didn't fall too far down. Yeah, I'm not good at platforming, especially considering I haven't played this game in a while, so of course, not only am I going to be bad at the platforming, but the wall jumping mechanics as well. It's been a while since I played a game with wall jump mechanics. Geez, where is everybody else? I hope they come in soon. It's not that I don't like having you, Neela, but some more company would be nice too. One up. Could have used something different, like a fire flower or whatever. Oh well. Another one up. Oh well, I'm a life hoarder. Oops. Oh, crap. Well, because I'm just going to try to get as many star coins as I possibly can. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to get every single one, because there's some that I might miss, some that I might just give up on trying to get, or some that I literally can't get to. But for the most part, I'm going to try my best to... Whoops. I'm going to try my best to get as many of them as I possibly can. I mean, it says that there are 3 people in here. One of them is obviously me, because I'm viewing the stream from my first channel. That's why I typed in as Musical Artist 25 and not Gene Bean Streams. Oops. All right. Yeah, that's what I need right here. I'm gonna need this going up against Larry. Larry is such a cheesy name. Like, no offense to anybody out there who's named Larry, or if you know someone named Larry. I'm not saying that the name is dumb, but I've seen it used for like some of the cheesiest characters. Like usually if a character is named Larry, they're either the comic relief character, they're a character that's not going to matter in the long run of a show, or they're a character that's not supposed to be taken very seriously. Okay. Got it. Ooh, one up again. So far, I've got 20 lives. I ain't no kitty cat. I have 20 lives, even though cats don't really have 9 lives. Like, who even started that concept? The concept of a cat having 9 lives. Like, obviously they don't. They don't. I do like this guy's haircut, though. Larry, you've got a pretty sweet haircut for someone named Larry. Usually, because this guy looks more like an Iggy than a Larry. That's why I keep mistaking him for Iggy. Because he looks more like an Iggy. But I forgot what Iggy looks like, so I'm sure if I see Iggy, I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, he looks like an Iggy too, so. Yeah, so that's pretty much all you got to do. You got to avoid his magic attacks, and you got to bop him on the head 3 times. He just melts in through the castle walls casually, as one does. Of course I want to save. You can still save even if you're not at a castle, but every time you beat a castle, it asks you if you want to save your progress, and I would just recommend you do it. Because the castles, as well as the stages, get harder as you progress. Oh, cool. I got an invincibility star. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're related in some way, so of course they would look alike. I mean, they're all Koopas, so they're obviously they're most likely part of Bowser's extended family. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna go through this stage again one more time. I'm gonna save the toad, and then I'll keep playing the game normally. I could just ignore the toad, but honestly, I don't really feel like doing that. So basically what you gotta do is you gotta hold on to the toad for the entirety of the stage and carry him to the goal. Now here, here that I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem because this is the first stage, so it's a pretty easy stage. Plus, I've already gone through this stage, so it's not like I have to worry about any items. But I'm sure the other toad, yeah, and if you drop the toad, it'll just run back and forth in place. Also, the toad is capable of dying too, so if you drop it down a cliff, it'll die and you'll pretty much fail at rescuing it. And if it shrinks and then gets hit again, you'll fail at rescuing it too. But yep, and if you rescue the toad, you get 3 extra lives. So there's something in it for you other than rescuing the toad. But I don't really need anything extra to rescue a toad. I'm okay with rescuing a toad. I'll rescue a toad any day. Oh, power up panels again. Here, this is another good thing about rescuing the toads. I presume that all the other toads do this too, or like if you rescue them, they'll let you do this. So rescuing the toads is not just a pointless mini quest. You can also get some really nice goodies out of it. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that one and go to this one. Ooh, mushrooms. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Oh, looks like I was wrong to ignore that one. I could have gotten a propeller hat. That's okay.
What?
Yep, fireworks. I love fireworks. Okay. Bridge World. Cool. Cool. I can only imagine this has something to do with water. Yep, it's a water stage. I remember this water stage. Disclaimer. I'm not good at water stages in any game, so I'm not going to be good at this. I mean, this is the first water stage, so I'm sure it's going to be a pretty easy stage or something like that. Never mind. Oh, cheeps. I'm gonna slip under these cheeps, get these coins. Oh, ice flower. I get to get back the one that I stupidly lost to those sea urchin looking things. I'm gonna freeze the cheep and get a coin out of it. Different colored cheeps do different things. The red ones just keep swimming ahead. The other ones I don't really remember, but we'll see. Okay, so the green ones, they come after you if they see you. I do like the music in the water stages, though. They're pretty chill. But that's not going to change the fact that I don't like water stages. I like the music, but the actual stage itself can, it can go die in a hole for all I care. I know that doesn't sound like something I'd say, but like I'm really not a fan of water stages. I do not like them. I'm not good at them. I don't like them. It's because, first of all, you have to swim. And it's not in this game you don't have to worry about your breath running out. You do have to worry about that in Mario Galaxy, though. In both games. I don't know what the deal is with the yellow cheeps. It just seems like they're going in a much wavier pattern, but they're not coming after me like the green cheeps. Ooh, cool. Ice flower. I don't need it, but I can take it points. And I got a checkpoint. Okay. And destroying these things while in ice blocks obviously gets me more coins. Crap. That's another thing I don't like about water stages. They're so tedious. Because, like, you have to swim through these things. You have to swim. Ah, crap. Looks like I'm not going to be able to get that coin. Because you have to freeze one of these cheeps and ride the ice block up to where the coin is. And the same thing for this. You would have to freeze the sea urchin so it fall. Ooh, wait. Maybe I can get it. Okay. With this, you have to freeze the sea urchin. Okay, guess I'm not getting that one, but maybe I can go back and get the other one. Ah, crap. I wish they'd come back this way. But this one is trying to come this way, but the others are pushing it. Oh, look, there's... Aw, come on, really? You're trafficking each other up. Oh, but they're pushing each other this way. That's weird. Hi, God of Warhammer. What? Oh, where did I go? Oh, I looked at the chat for 1 second and almost died. I'm eating just regular Doritos. Okay. I was at least able to get that one. I don't know if you can freeze the clams. No, you can't freeze the clams. Ah, crap, I froze it in the wrong place again. Oh well. Oh, looks like that one just decided to fall. Uh-oh, crap. I'm almost out of time. Oh, these ones chase after you. Oh, these ones chase after you. I gotta hurry. I'm just gonna wait for this thing to fly up here. Because when you get to the... If you finish on the top of the flagpole, you get a 1-up. And like I said, I'm a life hoarder, so I want to get as many 1-ups as I possibly can. But yeah, hey, God of Warhammer, nice to see you. What have you been up to? Okay. If you run into this thing, you can enter a mini-boss. And in this mini-boss, you can rescue another toad. You don't really have to worry about killing all these enemies. You can, but it doesn't really matter in the long run, since when you collect all these toad balloon things, they just die. They just all go away anyway, and then you go over to the chest and free the toad. I like the music in this. Sorry, I was talking over it. But yeah, the toad gives you 3 1-ups. Okay. More power-up panels. You know, I think one time when I was playing this game, we were doing the power-up panels things, and I think I, by pure chance, matched 2 Bowser or Bowser Jr. things before I even got to flip over any other items. By pure chance. I don't remember when it was, but I think I remember. I think I did that once. Oh yeah, you can crawl faster if you hold down the 1 button while you're moving around. Just like with running. Oh. Got a lot of nice items. Alright, well, that's awesome. I'm glad you've been playing games and watching cartoons and all that. Cartoons and games are fun. Okay. This is a stage that my cousin and my aunt unanimously agree that they don't like. Because for one thing, it's up in the air and it's platforming. It's an air stage and it's a platforming stage. And by that logic, you can already guess that they're not good at either of those things. Ah, crap. Oh, good, I got it. For a second, I thought I was going to miss it. I just thought of a song from my childhood all of a sudden. Probably because I'm talking about my childhood and what went on in it. I think I've talked about this song before. It's a song that me and Nikki listened to when we were kids. It's an early 2000s song. I think it's like emo punk rock or something. I don't know. It's probably just regular rock, and I'm just putting emo and punk on everything. It's a pretty depressing song, though. I mean, not everything has to be emo in order to be depressing, but I grew up in the early 2000s, so of course I'm into emo things. I didn't appreciate it when I was young because, well, I was young and you don't appreciate things when you're young. And that's why you're sad when things that you used to have as a kid are suddenly, poof, gone. And you wish you appreciated them more when you were a kid. The song is called Lips of an Angel. It's by a rock band called Hinder. I want to sing a little bit of it, but I'm afraid that I'm going to get the copyright of death. And I know that I've been singing songs just fine on streams, and I haven't been getting the copyright of death thing. But I just don't know. I'll just say some of the lyrics. The first lyrics are, "Honey, why you calling me so late? It's kind of hard to talk right now. And honey, why you crying? Is everything okay? I've got to whisper because I can't be too loud. Well, my girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish she was you. I guess we never really moved on." Those are just some of the first lyrics. So basically, the song is about a guy having an affair. I don't know if the song is really about him feeling... I don't think he feels guilty about it. It doesn't really sound like he feels guilty about it, because he says things like how he wishes his girl was... How his girl was, the girl he's having an affair with. So I guess he doesn't really feel guilty if he wishes that the girl in the next room, his girl in the next room, was her. But I didn't know that that's what it was about when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I just thought it was about a guy loving how a girl's kiss was like lips of an angel. I didn't know that there were two girls involved and he was cheating on one of them. His girlfriend, obviously. Yeah, the chorus goes, "It's really good to hear your voice saying my name. It sounds so sweet. Coming from the lips of an angel, hearing those words, it makes me weak. There are times that I want to say goodbye, but girl, you make it hard to be faithful with the lips of an angel." So I guess he kind of feels guilty about cheating on his girlfriend because he says that she makes it hard to be faithful, but that's also the sign of a weak man, because he's basically saying that he's basically admitting that he's a weak man by saying that it's not easy for him to be faithful because he's easily won over by a girl who is much prettier and much more satisfying to kiss than his own girlfriend. Alright, I'm going to try to rescue this toad. Oh, I like metal too. But of course, I grew up in the early 2000s, so I'm really into emo stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this hammer brother first before I save the toad, because it's obviously in this one. Okay. Now I need to carry this mushroom top to the goal. I wonder if I can ride on a Yoshi and carry him. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe I can just carry him in my mouth. Okay. This is gonna take a little bit. But yeah, that was one of my favorite songs as a little kid. A song about a guy cheating on his girlfriend. It's just so funny how you listen to a song when you're young and it actually has something really dark or something really bad in it, and you don't know that because you're a kid and you don't know anything about the evils of the world yet. I have a feeling it's going to be really hard for me to get past the stupid duo Hammer Brothers that are coming up. Okay, I'm gonna kill these Goombas because they're making me nervous. I mean, they're not that threatening, but when you have to be very careful with this little mushroom top thing that I'm carrying in my mouth. Okay. I wish that... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I actually got through that. And I managed to keep my yobby this time. Yeah, well, not everyone is like that, God of Warhammer. Not every kid watches South Park and other adult shows as a kid and they turn out just fine. Because a lot of the times if you expose kids to that stuff, they're going to turn out to be disrespectful, foul-mouthed little shits. I mean, I started swearing when I was in the 6th grade because I watched Jeff Dunham. Biggest mistake of my parents' lives, of my mom and my aunt's lives, to let me, a person who was like 12 years old, watch Jeff Dunham. There were times when I even got banned from watching him just because I couldn't keep my language in check. But when I was a kid, I thought that since I was swearing, I was being cool all the time because, well, grown-ups swear all the time, especially my mom, and I thought my mom was the coolest person ever. I still think she's cool, but at the same time, there are things that she says and does nowadays that concern me a little bit. Just a little bit. But when I was a kid, I thought that by swearing all the time, I was cool and mature. But now, looking back at it, I realize that I was really just being a disrespectful, foul-mouthed little brat. And it's embarrassing to think about now. It's kind of why, like, if you notice that, like, young teenagers, and yes, I was one of these people, so I'm not talking in a sense where, like, I didn't do this so I'm better than them. I'm talking in a sense where, like, I've learned this about myself and others. But basically, I have learned why young tweens and teens put things in fan fictions and art and even gotcha stories that are mildly inappropriate. I know why they make everything that they create, almost everything, it either has a truckload of swearing, a bunch of sexual stuff, and all that other crap. It's because and it's not executed in a very good way. It's just random, over the top, whatever. It feels like they're just throwing in a bunch of violent, random, sexual stuff like that. It's because when kids are that age, they think that by adding all the dark, edgy, inappropriate stuff into their stories and characters that they can fit, they think that by adding as much of that stuff as possible into whatever they create, it makes them cool and mature. They think that they are cooler and more mature when they do that. And then when they get older, they realize, well, no, that wasn't cool. That was just me being an inexperienced kid who thought that by putting literally everything sexual or gory or violent or sweary into all of my stories, characters, fan fictions, art, etc., I thought that was being cool and mature because it made me seem grown up. Well, no, it's not, because when you're a kid, you have little to no experience with that stuff. So you're just it just feels like you're just throwing it in there because you think it's going to make you seem cool. Well, really, it's not. You're just sounding like an inexperienced kid, and that's okay because that's what you are. It's all part of the learning process. And I'm not saying we should shame them for it, but we should definitely try to give them constructive criticism. But that's pretty difficult considering how young 12-year-olds, not necessarily all 12-year-olds, but around that general age, but young tweens and teens don't take kindly to even constructive criticism. Like, if you tell them anything except what they want to hear, they're going to think that you don't like it and you're dissing their creativity. And you can't explain to them, no, I'm just telling you how you can improve this. And they're like, no, you're just telling me that what I created isn't good enough. I thought that blah, 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 blah. I was like that too. I still am. Mostly nowadays with real life stuff. Sorry, I went into this rant longer than I needed to. But when I get into these kinds of topics, I really like to express myself and tell what I firmly believe based on whatever kind of evidence I've collected to support my subject matter. Like, I know firsthand why young teenagers put all that stuff into their stories, and why it's so cringy, because they think that by adding all of the edge, if they think by adding anything edgy or mature or violent into any of their stories, they're gonna think that it's cool. Well, it can be cool, but since they are young, we're young when you're when you're young and inexperienced, you don't know how to execute it properly, and that's why it's cringy when you're young. Why do you hate your dad? Yeah, you can. Like I said, with time and age comes improvement. You can put that stuff into your stories, characters, fan fictions, whatever, and it can be cool and it can be executed nicely. It can be executed well, but like I said, when you're like 12 or 14 or anywhere, if you're anywhere between 12 or let's say 16, you're probably still in that stage where you're either just getting started or you're getting better at being more mature and choosy with how you execute the immature with how you execute the violent and inappropriate themes in your stories. Because if you're just throwing in whatever random cuss words and whatever random inappropriate 18 plus stuff, and you're just throwing in whatever random inappropriate violence and there's no rhythm or sound to it, you're pretty much just still in the stage where you're like, ugh. But I'm not saying that that's everyone. I'm just saying generally between the ages of 12 and 16, that's when you're usually still in your improving stage. That's why usually whenever we see a fan fiction or a story or an OC that's following the patterns that I just talked about, we usually assume that that person is around 12 years old, because we've come to recognize that usually the age group of people who usually suffer from these kinds of creativity issues and creativity beginnings are around the age of 12 years old, because that's usually when you start writing things like fan fiction and whatever, when you start to get in your teen years. Well, yeah, that's okay. It's okay to do the whole mature themes thing, but when you're 12 or something like that, you usually don't execute it the right way, because you're an inexperienced person and you think if you just randomly put sex and violence everywhere in your stories, you're just going to think, oh yeah, that's how a grown-up would do it, or that's how it's done in the cool movies like John Wick. If you've ever seen John Wick, you'll know that it's a pretty violent movie series. For one thing, the main character in it, John Wick, I think he's like a former gang member or something. Might have been part of some kind of mafia. I don't remember exactly. But the first movie has to do with him going on a freaking manhunt and killing anyone related to the crime syndicate who sent members of their gang to his house to either steal things from him or vandalize his property, or both. But that's not what ticked him off. What really ticked him off was that they killed his dog. And this wasn't This was a little puppy. I think it was a beagle puppy. And her name was Daisy. So, if you're understanding me correctly, the first movie just has to do with John Wick going on a freaking manhunt for these crime syndicate people because two of their henchmen killed his dog. And they were already afraid of him. Like, when they found out that he was coming for all of them, their boss was like, oh my gosh, you pissed him off and now he's coming here? You guys are idiots. Because apparently before the events of the movie, John had a reputation. And one of the things that he... I'm sorry. One of the things that he noted was that he once killed a guy with a pencil. Only a pencil. A freaking pencil. Hi, David Yoshida. Welcome. But in case you're wondering why he took the killing his dog thing so personally, well, it's because the dog was given to him by his wife after she died. Like, she left him that dog to take care of. And so that dog was the only thing that he had left of his wife. That's why he took it so personally and so hard. So this guy literally went on a manhunt to kill the crime syndicate guys who killed his dog because that dog was the only thing he had left of his wife, who he loved with all of his heart. I mean, in the end, he does win. And actually, in the end, he adopts a pit bull. I remember this because, well, I remember a lot of the details of the movie very vividly. Not a whole lot of the dialogue and what the guys looked like. Like, I know what John Wick himself looks like, because he's played by Keanu Reeves, and I know what Keanu Reeves looks like. I like Keanu Reeves. I've seen him in a couple of movies, like, of course, John Wick. He plays John Wick himself. And he was in the trailer for the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. He was the sage dude. I know he's done other movies that I've most likely either seen or heard of, but I just can't think of them for the life of me. But my mom thinks that Keanu Reeves is a very attractive-looking man, and I can see why. He's got the long hair. He's got the chiseled jaw. Whatever. He's just got that look that would make girls go eee. But yeah, I think, talking about John Wick has made me want to watch John Wick again. I first saw it a couple years ago when my cousins from Wisconsin came to visit, because my cousin's ex-boyfriend has pit bulls, and they brought the movie over with them so they could watch it, and I watched it with them. I closed my eyes when they killed the dog, of course, because I don't like seeing... There are certain things in movies that I don't like seeing. Like, if a person gets killed, there are times when I will flinch away, but seeing an animal get killed, especially an animal that hasn't done anything wrong, I just can't watch it for the life of me. It's just funny how, like, when we see animals get killed, we act like it's the end of the world, but when we see an animal get killed, it doesn't faze us as much. Okay, so this is what I was talking about in a couple, about an hour or so ago. When you go to the second castle to refight the Koopa enemies, that wizard dude, also known as Kamek or Kamek, I don't know. I just pronounce it as Kamek. Kamek comes and sprinkles some magical dusty dust that for some reason look like PlayStation button logos. And basically that dusty dust makes it harder for you, is supposed to make it trickier for you to defeat them a second time. And it does. I would say that it does. Well, yeah, a lot of people think that about SpongeBob. A lot of people think that after Stephen Hillenburg and a lot of the original story writers left SpongeBob. Actually, fun fact, If you've ever heard of this other Nickelodeon show, it's actually more from the 90s than SpongeBob was, because SpongeBob first premiered in 1999, but the show that I'm talking about right now was in the 90s, like way before SpongeBob was. It's called Rocko's Modern Life. If you have like cable, you can probably catch it on the Nickelodeon channel when it's like really late at night, because really late at night on Nickelodeon they have like Nick at Night, and they play things that are either for adults, like adult sitcoms like George Lopez and My Wife and Kids, and I think George Lopez is funny, but they also have this segment called The Splat where they play old cartoons that your parents or older siblings and cousins would have watched when they were kids in the 90s. Things like Rugrats and Rocko's Modern Life, or Doug, or Hey Arnold. I think I already said that, I'm not sure. But anyway, point is, Rocko's Modern Life, a lot of the writers from that show actually started writing episodes for SpongeBob when it became a thing. But after the first SpongeBob movie, you know, the one where Mr. Krabs gets framed for stealing King Neptune's crown and whatever. You know, the one with the Goofy Goober song. After the movie, a lot of the original writers for the show just packed up and left. And I don't know if Stephen Hillenburg himself left or whatever, but I know that he eventually did leave the show, which is weird because it's his own show. But I've heard of creators leaving their own shows and turning it over to a new person. Okay, now that I'm actually focusing, that actually was much easier. Okay. But yeah, anyway, after the events of that movie, the show was originally supposed to end, but it just kept going, most likely due to the show's massive popularity. Kind of like Ed, Edd and Eddy. There was an episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy that was supposed to be the series finale. I don't really want to explain what happened because it's kind of complicated, and I'm not even sure I can explain it that well because I didn't watch the show as a kid. But, well, I definitely think that would be an interesting program to watch. A show about the Roman Empire. That'd be cool. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. But, Ed, Edd and Eddy, there's an episode in the show that was planned to be the series finale, but due to the show's massive popularity, it was renewed for 2 more seasons and a made-for-TV movie. Okay. I'm gonna play this level. I'm not really a big fan of sand worlds either. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan. Not a big fan at all. And yeah, I don't really like King Neptune from the SpongeBob movie either, for several reasons. For one thing, he's a freaking idiot. I mean, when we first see him in the movie, he's literally mad at some guy who's part of his royal court for touching his crown. But it's dumb because the person who he's mad at for touching his crown is actually the royal crown polisher, so it's his job to touch the crown. It just begs the question how he runs the rest of his kingdom. Like what? The royal food taste tester isn't allowed to touch the king's food, or the court jester is supposed to be serious at all times, or the royal chauffeur can't get his license in that kingdom. Yeah, because like how can you, like, King Neptune is like how stupid of a ruler do you have to be? I don't like. Come on, really? Your owner died. You're supposed to die too. Get out of here, Audrey. Too. I don't need you in my life. Oops. Next thing you know, he starts singing, "Feed me Seymour, feed me all night long." That's a song from Little Shop of Horrors. It's like one of the only songs I've listened to. I haven't seen the movie, but I've listened to some of the songs from the movie, like "Feed Me Seymour" or "It's Dinner Time," or I think it's "Feeding Time," or the "Come Be a Dentist" song. Because the girl that Seymour is in love with, Audrey, she has a boyfriend who's a dentist, and he's a sadistic dentist. And that's pretty dumb if you ask me. I mean, it's not dumb. Sorry, I was still stuck on the dumb freaking SpongeBob thing. But point is, I just think it's really scary to have a dentist who's a sadist, because people are already scared of dentists as it is. So can you imagine if your dentist was a sadist and you had some kind of freaky root canal thing that you needed to do, and he made it as painful as possible because he's a freaking sadist? Yeah, I know it is. The logic in SpongeBob is freaking weird, especially like how there are scenes when they start fires underwater and it just keeps going. And there are times when they're taking baths and showers under the water. Okay, I'm going to read the chat really quick. I don't have a problem with how he looks. It's a cartoon, especially a SpongeBob cartoon. The characters are supposed to look cartoony and strange. Oh, really? I think my old dentist's name is Dr. Goebel. It still is a weird show. A lot of modern episodes are even weirder than like old episodes, especially like episodes like The Splinter. I don't really like that episode, and I think it's unanimous that like nobody likes that episode. Because for one thing, not much happens, and it's agonizing to watch because because for one thing, we get to see a slow motion shot of SpongeBob getting a splinter driven into his thumb, and that's not really fun to watch. And for another thing, we get to see it get progressively worse. And what makes it even worse is that SpongeBob relies on Patrick to help him, and Patrick has become so far removed. Like, Patrick has never been the brightest person. We all know that he's not the brightest person. He's not the brightest starfish. But nowadays, he's just become so outrageously dumb. Like even in the old episodes, he wasn't as dumb as he is now. He wasn't the brightest. He was never the brightest, but he wasn't as dumb as they make him now. And nowadays the problem isn't just that he's dumb. He's not just dumb, but he's just become a jerk also. He's become very, like, even in the old episodes, he wasn't the brightest, but he still cared about other people, and he was smart enough to know about other people's feelings and care about them. But nowadays, it just seems like he's very uncaring towards other people's feelings. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much why Patrick has become one of the most hated cartoon characters of all time. Not just in SpongeBob, but, like, in general. He's one of the most hated cartoon characters nowadays. Dude, that's cool. They canceled each other out. I think the splinter actually did come from season 6 of SpongeBob. trying to think of what could be my favorite episode of SpongeBob, but it's kind of hard for me to say. It's not that I don't like SpongeBob, but it's not one of my favorite things. Oops. I've always had a love-hate relationship with SpongeBob. I mean, I guess one of my favorite episodes might probably have to be the Bubble Bass episode, the one where he keeps forgetting the pickles apparently, but it turns out that Bubble Bass had the pickles hiding under his tongue the whole time and he was making SpongeBob feel like an idiot. It has a pretty simple story. It has a pretty easygoing pace from what I remember, and it was kind of fun to watch, especially after I recently watched the first episode of the anime SpongeBob made by Narmax Studios. I think that's his name. It's Narmax something. This is one of my favorite power-ups in this game, the Teeny Mushroom. This is another one of those power-ups that my cousin and I were always so fickle about who gets it and who gets it this time and who doesn't. Oh. Well, that was surprising. He's the Karen of SpongeBob, huh? Never thought about it that way. A character that I've never liked in SpongeBob, it doesn't matter which version of it is. It doesn't matter which version of SpongeBob I'm watching. Modern, postmodern, classic, whatever it is. I have never liked Mr. Krabs. I think his character even became increasingly worse in new episodes. He's always been a very annoying, aggravating character to me. I mean, he's literally a guy who doesn't care about anything or anyone unless cold hard cash is involved. Even his own daughter, even if it's something involving his own daughter, he'll usually turn to the cold hard cash. I mean, it's been shown that he does care about other people even more than money at times, but at the same time, there are moments when it really has no payoff because he just goes, oops, why did I do that? I didn't even shake the controller. There are times when it just goes right back to him being a one-dimensional character who cares nothing for anyone except he cares about nobody except himself and cold hard cash. And like I said, it's become increasingly worse in newer episodes where it's just become the fact that he will literally die if he has no money in his life. I mean, there was literally a part in an episode where he literally told his employees that they had to give him money for doing things like breathing and existing and showering and blah, blah, blah. And that makes me wonder, how do SpongeBob and Squidward even pay their bills or their rent or their taxes or buy food for themselves with how little he pays them and how much money he was asking them to give him purely, literally same spot, literally for just being a person that's around? How does he expect them to pay their own bills? I mean, they seem to do just fine. There's never been any point brought up in any of the episodes where they've had trouble paying their bills because of how little he pays them or because that he doesn't pay them at all. because it was actually shown in the episode One Course Meal, which is actually, I believe it's unanimously hated by the entire SpongeBob community. Look up the episode if you want to find out why. I don't even feel like explaining it because I feel like I'm just going to get increasingly mad. But point is, it was actually shown in that episode that Mr. Krabs actually doesn't pay SpongeBob any real money. He pays him with this fake money called Mr. Krabs' Wacky Bucks. And I'm just like, how do you expect this guy to pay his bills if you're giving him fake money? I mean, the point of a job is so someone can earn money and pay their bills and make a living. I mean, SpongeBob doesn't really seem to care about that. He just works at the Krusty Krab because he loves it there. He doesn't even acknowledge the fact that he's practically being exploited by his boss most of the time. He doesn't even pay attention to the fact that he's technically being abused and exploited by his own boss because he just loves working at the Krusty Krab so much. Yeah, I didn't like Squilliam either. I mean, the only character I really liked from SpongeBob as a kid was either SpongeBob or Sandy. I liked SpongeBob because he was kind. He was kind to literally everyone, even people who called him things like annoying, and even people who didn't want to be around him or whatever. Like, SpongeBob has literally always been the nicest person to me. I mean, yes, he's had times where I wonder just how much intelligence he really has. But point is, I liked SpongeBob because he was kind and nice and happy and energetic all the time. And I was a nice, kind, happy, energetic kid myself. There we go. And I liked Sandy because she was smart, and I liked her Texan accent, and I liked that she always did karate, if you know what I mean. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna go up there and see what this is. Just a coin. Okay. Well, it was a good coin. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, how is Mr. Krabs not in jail? I mean, there have been times when he's almost gone to jail. I mean, there was an episode where he was literally exploiting he was making even more money at the Krusty Krab because of all the SpongeBob merch he was selling. And he also started selling something called a spongy patty, which was really just a real crab. It was just a regular Krabby Patty that turned yellow because it wasn't because he took them out of the freezer. But that ended up making everyone turn all yellow and splotchy like the patties and like SpongeBob. So basically, he just gave all of his customers food poisoning, and he almost went to jail for it, but then he got out of it by giving the judge a ride on a frickin' SpongeBob train that was driven by Squidward, because he saw that the judge was a fan of SpongeBob. So yeah, he's gotten out of going to jail for several things. I mean, actually there was an episode where he and SpongeBob almost got sent to jail because basically this old fish lady named Miss Grizzlepuss banned Krabby Patties for being fun and delicious. And she could do that because her husband was the chief of police and everything and blah, blah, blah. So I don't believe that he deserved to have that happen to him, because that was just stupid. I mean, who bans something for being fun and delicious? Come on, really? But they almost got sent to jail because they were selling Krabby Patties from SpongeBob's house as a compromise or whatever, and Plankton tattled to the police about this, and they almost got sent to jail. So that's a time where he almost went to jail that he didn't deserve. I think he deserves to be in jail for multiple other things, like, I don't know what these crimes would technically be called, but he exploits his employees. He either pays them not enough or not anything at all. And like probably something else. I don't know what this would be called, but it has something to do with the laws of labor, about like what happens when you overwork your employees. It's something relating to labor laws. Actually, that's why children actors can only their acting training. Oh crap. Oh wow, I actually got back up there. Okay. That freaked me out for a second. That threw me off. They can only be on screen for so long, and they can only work so many hours of shooting a movie or a TV show because there are child labor laws.
Mario time.
Okay, I don't remember this guy's name. Can someone please tell me what this Koopa's name is? Because I forgot. I'm just going to use this. It's a go time. Okay. Alright. This is an interesting concept, because right now I have to crawl along these grates in order to get around and do stuff. Okay. This is a little complicated. Oh, crap. Oh well, I got as many as I could. Why'd you say Roy? Oh, there's a nice flower in here anyway. Guess I didn't really need to use one out of my items. I don't know. I just want it. Oh, whoa, jeez. I fell. I fell all the way back to the start. Oh, well, whatever. Wasn't that bad anyway. Okay. Oh, Roy. Okay, that's the Koopa's name. Thanks, Neela. Ah, crap. Oh, well, I didn't fall far. But I lost my ice ability. Thanks, Dry Bones. You're the best. Oops. Yeah, throughout the entirety of these Let's Plays, I'm just gonna keep... Whoa, geez. Don't be sending those things down to me, boy. I'm just gonna keep asking which Koopas... Oh, which Koopas are which, and you guys are probably gonna have to keep telling me. I need tacos! I need them or I will explode. That happens to me sometimes. That's a Gurr quote for those of you who were curious. Ah, crap. Oh, I went a little further down than I was intending. It's kind of funny how I'm playing Mario right now because literally before I started the stream, I was actually all day today. I've either been watching Food Wars, which is an anime, or I've been watching. Whoa, geez, calm down there, buddy. Or I've been watching Game Grumps play Super Mario Maker. I love their Super Mario Maker series. There are nights when I just put my phone, I just turn it on my phone, like I turn on the playlist of their Let's Play, and then I just I let it play overnight while I'm sleeping, and it helps me sleep at night. Just listening to them get either angry or happy or whatever about playing certain levels. Whoa, 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 whoa. I went a little further than I wanted to. Well, I got coins. Not really anything super cool or important, but yeah. Ugh. Okay. Oh, get up, get up, get up. Okay. Yay. Ooh, secret door. So was I when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, Invader Zim was on, but I was like really young when that show was still on and airing new episodes. So of course, well, first of all, I wasn't really a Nickelodeon kid growing up. I was a Disney Channel Nick Jr. kid growing up, and I was also a Noggin kid. I don't know if any of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys know that channel or remember it at all, but yeah, I wasn't really a Nick kid growing up. Oh, crap. Should have just jumped off. Oops. Oof. I'm having too many close calls in this stage. Castle. Whatever. Point is, I'm having too many close calls. But I think it's good that I didn't watch Invader Zim until I was in my last year of high school. That's when I started watching it. I think it's good that I didn't watch it as a kid because for one thing, I would have had no interest in it. And for another thing, I'm pretty sure it would have scared me shitless as a kid because I was a sensitive kid growing up, particularly one who couldn't handle anything negative or criticizing. And also particularly one who believed the concept of how, kisses heal all wounds and everyone is nice and friendly and blah, blah, blah. Or if something bad happens, I can't take the backlash or anything. And I hated being yelled at. Point is, I was a sensitive kid growing up. Okay. See you, Roy. Yes, Noggin came out way before Nick Jr. At least I think so. But I also think that if I watched Invader Zim when I was a little kid, I don't think I would have been very interested in it, and I don't think I would have gotten it as a kid. I just don't think I would have liked it very much with how old I was during the time period when it was first coming out and everything. So I just think it's better that I watched it when I was a much older person, when I became a much older person. Well, actually, Noggin was its own separate program, but then eventually the stuff from Noggin got moved to Nick Jr. And then eventually Nick Jr. just, became what it is today. No more Moose, Moose, and Z. But nowadays you can watch Noggin programs on the Noggin app, and you can do the things that with like Moose and Z. You guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. You probably do, actually, though. Maybe some of you do. Maybe some of you don't. I love how there's just randomly coins blowing around in the wind. Actually, I think Nick Jr. came out way before that. Here, let me look it up. Oh, wow. Apparently, Nick Jr. was founded in 1988, and it launched on September 28th, 2009 as a spin-off of Nickelodeon's long-running preschool program block of the same name, which aired since 1988. Okay, now I'm going to look up when Noggin started. Okay, so Noggin started back in 2003. When Noggin changed to Nick Jr. in 2009, they were moved to a new channel. Yep. I loved watching all those things as kids. Oh yeah, I feel old now too. You have no idea how old I feel because I was born in the year 2000. So, holy crap, I was so young. I was like, I was like 3. Probably should have done that somewhere else. Somewhere where there could have been more of a fall. I remember last time I played this game, I was playing it with Mickey and Bella, and we were having trouble with this stage because we kept either running ahead of each other or falling behind, or we also kept getting blown away by the wind. Rock goes modern life. Okay. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, really? I'm going to be 20 this year in like a month. I can't believe it. Oh yeah, I forgot you can just crouch in one place and the wind won't blow you. I don't know why I did the swirly jump thing there. I didn't shake my Wii controller. I think this is one of my Wii controllers that's grown a little bit too sensitive over time. Ah, crap. Thank you. Thank you for saying happy birthday to me, even though it's not my birthday yet. Yeah. Oops. So, how old are you then, Neela? If your mom is your age backwards, how old are you then? How old does that make you? Alright, got farther this time, so I'm doing better, hopefully. The wind is a bit of a problem, though, not gonna lie. It's getting really annoying, it's getting on my nerves. Well, I mean, there are benefits to being 18. You get to vote, you get to technically make your own adult choices, even though all of them come with consequences. All of your actions have consequences, both good and bad. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that. I guess I'm supposed to have a propeller hat, aren't I? Oh well, at least I got some coins out of the deal. Oh, 41. So that means you're 14. My mom is around 20 years older than me, roughly, because I'm almost 20 and she's 40. She had me when she was about to turn 20. Oof. I don't like these things. I don't remember what they're called, but I just remember that I don't like them. Ugh, crap. Lost my height. Oh, that's cool. I killed a couple of them. I love when things die in video games. That are supposed to die, I mean. Like, I don't like when I die in video games. I don't know how old my dad is. I think he might be around my mom's age. I don't know. Maybe he's older. Maybe he's younger. I don't remember. I don't know a whole lot about my dad because, like I said, he hasn't really been a huge part of my life. I don't know when his birthday is. I don't know how old he is. I don't even remember what his job is, for crying out loud. I can't remember his wife's name either. Alright, so it's about 2 minutes to midnight, and I think it would be kind of pointless to start another stage, so I'm just going to end off the stream here and call it a night. So thanks, guys, for watching. My next stream should be on Friday, and I think on Friday I'm going to be doing a stream with my sister, Bella, because she wants me to do a stream where we play with Barbies together, so you should expect that on Friday, unless things change. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on Friday, presumably.